This show is produced by the Harwood Podcast Network.
Hey there everyone, I'm Cameron Harris.
And I'm Sean O'Brien. We love bringing this show to you free of charge.
And if you want to help us keep it that way, you can make a contribution to our Karma Jar.
Or by becoming one of our sponsors.
To learn more, visit our website. Coming up on Game On, I'm reviewing the stylized sandbox game, Minecraft. Wait, sorry. Let me just turn up the resolution here. There we go, that should be better. Hey there guys, and welcome to another episode of Game On. Now today I'm doing something a little bit different. We've never reviewed a PC game. We've always stuck to console. Well, today I'm breaking that pattern. Today I'm reviewing Minecraft, which is a really cool independent computer game that is available on pretty much all the major platforms, Mac and Windows. It's really a very cool game, very unique. Now, one of the things that's pretty cool about it is that it's not in the final version yet. This is not the final release of the game. The game is still being heavily developed by its developer, Notch. Now, that means that he's constantly adding new features, tweaking things, and just keeps making the game even better, in my opinion. Now, today, I'm just going to be showing you the single-player mode. Soon, you'll be able to do this all in multiplayer, too, which is going to be really, really fun. But first, let me just kind of set the stage for you. Minecraft it's a difficult game to classify. I consider it more of a sandbox game because there's no real storyline or end goal. It's just you're in a randomly generated world and you can do whatever you want. Now the whole point of it is, of course, the name is Minecraft, so there's a lot of mining for resources and a lot of crafting those resources into usable objects. And you just explore all over the place. There are enemies that you can fight. It's really, really fun. Let's get right into it. And this is my world. Now, there are a couple interesting things about this world right off the bat. One thing you'll notice, of course, is that it has a very unique style. You notice that everything is made up of these little blocks. And it's really, really cool. It's kind of an interesting blend of old and new because it almost has sort of like back in the old days of just all these really big pixels. It's like that, but it's in this world that is really quite gorgeous with really nice smooth animations and a lot of really cool visual effects. You can see we have different types of blocks here too. We have dirt and grass, and we have stone. We've got trees, water, sand. There are all kinds of different things. In some areas of the world, it might even snow. The other interesting thing about this world is that it is completely randomly generated. When you first start a new game, it randomly generates this entire world. So as such, no two players are going to have the same experience, and no two playthroughs are going to have the same world. That is really cool because there's no cheating at this game. If you're looking for a specific, I need more dirt or I need more stone, you can't just look it up online and find out where those resources are. You have to find them for yourself, which is really cool. Now, one thing to keep your eye on in this game is the sun, and that's that really bright brick up in the sky. Now, the sun, of course, is what gives you light, but you'll notice that the sun is actually moving, very slowly, but it is moving. Very soon, it's going to get dark outside. And when it gets dark, that doesn't just make it more difficult to see. When it gets dark, enemies appear. When you first start into the game, you have really nothing. You're just this guy here. You can switch to a third-person view if you want. So you are this guy right here, and your job at this point, if you really want to, survive for longer than, one day in the game, is you need to make a shelter. So let's go ahead and start doing that. Now, how do you actually make a shelter? How do you carve out a little niche for yourself? Oh, and there's a pig too. There are all kinds of friendly creatures around in the daytime. So let's make our house right around here. This will be our little fortress. I'm going to make a little cave for us. Now, in Minecraft, you start out with just the most basic tool of all, your hands. And your hands are really good for just digging through dirt. So I'll go ahead and just hold down my mouse button. You can see I've got a little cursor there, little crosshairs, and I can just start digging through this. And you notice that as I break down these blocks, they drop smaller versions of themselves. And I can actually pick those up. And you can see now I'm actually holding a little block of dirt there. And I can go ahead and continue digging through. And then if I wanted to, I could right-click. And when I right-click, I will place a block. So I can basically reform all of these. So I can place some blocks up there and make a little ceiling for myself. Very cool. But now you'll notice I'm getting into stone. Now stone is tricky because you can imagine your hands can dig through dirt. Your hands don't do very well against stone. You can try, but it's going to take a long time to break down even just that one block. Waiting, waiting. And even when you do, you'll get rid of it, but it doesn't drop a stone block. That's because you need a specific tool to be able to mine through stone. And that tool is a pickaxe. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a pickaxe. Now to do that, we need wood. And oh, look at this, we've got some trees right here. So I'll go ahead and just start taking down this tree. Wood is a little bit slower than dirt, but you can still harvest it with your hands. You can see it's dropping little blocks there. So I'll go ahead and drop these guys down. So we've got our wood collected. Now it's time for the crafting part of Minecraft. I'm going to go ahead and open up my inventory here. You can see there I am right there. And here's the stuff that I have in my inventory. I can store stuff here in my inventory here, and these are the things that I can use. This is my hotbar. I can swap between these different types of blocks and tools. Here I've got 6 pieces of wood, and up here we have the crafting square. So I'll go ahead and just stick the wood there, and you can see that when I put that there, you can see 1 block of this raw wood is going to give me 4 planks of wood. So I'm going to go ahead and stack those up and put them down here. So now I've got that. But a pickaxe isn't going to fit in just 4 squares like this. So I need to basically make myself a workbench so I can build more complex things than just this little 2x2 square here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to place 1 block of wood in each of these 4 corners. And you see when I do that, out pops this thing here. This is a workbench. So I'm going to put that down in my hotbar. And using the scroll wheel, I can switch between different blocks that I have in my hotbar. And now I have my tools. I'm going to put this inside my cave. And there is my workbench. Now, if I right-click on the workbench, you can see my crafting circle is now a 3x3 square as opposed to a 2x2. This allows me to craft much more things than I could on my own. So I'm going to take some of the wood here, and I'm going to place a couple of things like this. When you're crafting, the basic idea is that you actually want to kind of draw the shape of what it is you want to craft. So in this case, I want to craft some sticks so I can have a handle for my pickaxe. So I'm going to just put 2 of those like that, and just putting those vertically like that, I get sticks. So I can make some sticks here. 2 sticks for a handle, and then I'll take some of the wooden planks and put them up here, making almost like a T, and you can see when I do that, I get a pickaxe over here. And this kind of is that same shape. So I'll go ahead and choose the pickaxe, put it down in my hotbar, and now if I switch to the pickaxe, you can see I've got my pickaxe now, and the pickaxe is really good against stone. So I'll go in here and I'll start hollowing out a little bit more of my home. And you can see the stone is going by much faster now, and it's actually dropping stone blocks that I can use for crafting later. So I'll go ahead and clear out a little bit of space in here. But one thing to keep in mind is that you'll notice down in my hotbar, my pickaxe has a little green bar underneath it. And you see that bar is going down. That's the condition of your tool or weapon. As you use tools, their condition goes down. I can't keep this pickaxe forever. It's going to eventually just break and it'll disappear from my inventory. So I need to keep making more of these. And if I make these out of different elements, like this is a wood pickaxe, this is about as simple as it gets. But if I make a new pickaxe out of a more durable material like stone that I'm mining right now, that's going to do a much better job at handling stone, and it's also going to deteriorate much slower. All right, so I've got a little bit of space cleared out now, but you see it's really dark in here. This is a big problem in Minecraft because there's no real light source other than the sun. So if you're mining deep into the depths of the earth, you're going to need light down there. So we need torches, but for torches, we need coal. So let's go out and find some coal real quick. So here we go. I just found some coal, and just in time, it's getting dark out. So I'm going to use my pickaxe to mine this coal. You see it's got those little black flecks in it, and it drops these little nuggets of coal. I'll go ahead and pick some of that up. Don't need much, just a little bit will do for now. So now I'm going to go ahead and make some torches so that I can see. So I'll take some sticks and put those down there, and take some coal, put that at the tip. And now I've got these torches here. Put those down, take the sticks that I didn't use back. And now you can see it's pitch black out here. Without light, it gets really dark at night. But I have torches, so I can just place a torch down, and now I have some light. So here I am back at my little makeshift cave. I'll go ahead and put some torches up here so I can see what I'm doing. And I'll put a torch in here too. And now it's nice and bright in here. Now I'm kind of exposed to the world here. So I need to, real quick, I need to put together some kind of protection here. So I'm going to put up some blocks of dirt here, like that. And then, don't need that torch anymore. And then I'm going to make a door. Now to make a door, I'm going to go back to my crafting bench here, and I'm going to go ahead and lay out some planks of wood in the shape of a door. So a long rectangle. You can see there's my door, so I'll take that. And I'll go outside, and you can see I'm holding the door now, and I'll place the door in that doorway. Now I can open that up, close it, and now I'm completely protected from the outside world. Now why do I need to be protected? Well, because once it gets night, or any place that it's dark really, then the monsters can spawn. Now during nighttime, monsters just kind of cover the whole outside world. There are zombies, skeletons that shoot bow and arrows, spiders, all kinds of nasty things that will kill you if they get the chance. Now I'm going to need some way to protect myself against them, so I'm going to go ahead and make myself a sword, little handle there, and I'm going to make this sword out of stone. That way it'll do more damage and it will deteriorate much slower. And you can see, there we go. Got a sword. And now I can defend myself. So I'll go out here, close the door. Oh, there we go. See this guy here? This is a skeleton. I'm going to close the door. So that is a skeleton that will shoot arrows at you. This guy is really dangerous at a distance. And so you need to get up really close to get him with the sword. Now, you can eventually craft a bow and arrow, but for that you need string, which you can only be dropped by spiders. So one way or another, you're going to have to end up fighting these guys. Let me see if I can take this guy down. There we go. Ah. Come on. Oh. And he killed me. It's really easy to do that early on. Now, there's no such thing as a really game over. If I just hit respawn, it sends me back to the same point that I was at the very beginning of the game. That's your spawn point. It's good to set up your base near your spawn point. That way, if you die, you know right where you are when you respawn. Now, that was kind of a pain. The only real downside to that, you don't lose anything. You just lose all of your equipment. But you don't lose it permanently. Let me show you that. So you can see here, this is out in front of my house. Got a pig wandering around here, and here's all my stuff. It just gets dropped. So you can go back and collect it afterwards. There's my pickaxe and everything. So you can go back and collect it afterwards, but imagine if you're a long ways away from your spawn point, or if you're deep in an underground mine. This could get really tricky, and you can end up just losing your entire inventory. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can do. And then, of course, there's also mining, which is really, really fun. Now, I can start mining from here, but I actually saw a mine that was actually open. And you'll see these like cave systems in various places throughout the world that are kind of pre-made. So you can see down here, looking down here, this is a big cave system. And I'm going to go ahead and, ooh, made that drop. That's good. You can see it's pitch black down here. Even though it's daytime doesn't really have any effect on the monsters. The monsters will spawn any place that it's dark. That's why you want the torches. So if I was down here like this, a monster could spawn at any time and attack me. But if I put a torch down, monsters don't like the light. And if they come up against actual sunlight, then they'll actually catch on fire, which is quite a thing to see. Every morning looking out your window, and there's a whole horde of zombies that are just burning. And there's all kinds of cool stuff you can do. You can, for example, if you have a forge, you can actually harvest sand, and then you can cook that sand and make glass. You can make things like boats, mine carts, and tracks. There's all kinds of really, really cool stuff. Oh, here we go. Here's some iron. So I could go ahead and harvest this iron here. Now, there's so much to do in this game, so much to make, so many places to go. I could just literally go on for hours about this. My advice to you is go out and get a copy for yourself. Their website is minecraft.net. You can get a free version there to kind of get a taste for it, but believe me, you're going to want the full paid-for version. And even though the game is still being developed, features are constantly being added and tweaked, and the game experience is being improved. Soon there's going to be multiplayer, so you can craft with other players. Pretty cool stuff. And also, Minecraft is a really deep game. There's so much stuff that you can just crafting alone, there's so many different recipes. You can make a boat, a minecart, you can make a door, you can make things out of glass, out of wood, out of stone, out of diamond. You can make TNT if you have the right components. Now, it's impossible to just know right off the bat how to make all this stuff. So my advice to you is check out the wiki for Minecraft, which is at minecraftwiki.net, and there you can learn all about the different blocks and, oh, I haven't seen this particular type of block before. What does it do? What can I use it for? How can I craft this? How can I craft that? It's a lot of cool stuff on the wiki, constantly being updated. Definitely check that out. Now, until next time, guys, be sure to visit our website at www.harwoodpodcast.com. I'll have the show notes for this episode and, of course, links to where you can get Minecraft for yourself, as well as the wiki, too. Be sure to check that out. And if you have any questions or comments for me about the show, in particular games that you want me to review in the future, you can send me an email at cameron@harwoodpodcast.com. So until next time, guys, game on.